Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It's Thursday, August the 15th, the year 2019. Let's talk trading. EURAUD, day 9. Of course, before we talk trading, risk and money management, it's important. Not only is it important, it's a very simple calculation. And when you do this, when you definitely put your stop loss on. It gives you the confidence to take a trade because you know the worst case scenario going in. And let's see, looking at the EURAUD, if I remember correctly, yesterday we were back in the upper wick zone. We were green, but as you can see now, we've left that upper wick zone. At the moment, we're 120 pips below it. And if you also remember when I first started trading this pair, when we were doing the original analysis, I suggested that you only trade this pair short if you're thinking about holding from day to day. Otherwise, you can trade it long. But I said this looked like a red rat pair to me at the time, based on the fact of the swap. And let's see, pivot point was inside the buy zone, so there was no bias. Taking a long trigger at the beginning of the day, and price was telling you it just didn't seem to want to go up. So that should have been a scratch trade. Or if you hit the stop loss, you could have reversed at the daily open, which was really close to the weekly open, and you would see he would have made a nice profit. And looking here, as once again, we've got these ranges over 100. Let's see, we got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 over 100. And the Euro AUD went into the upper wick zone of the previous day, came out right now. That would have been beneficial trade. And it also exited the lower wick zone to the downside, which would have also been a very profitable trade with the 156 pips movement of range on the day. And looking at the real-time price analyzer, oh yeah, somebody wanted to know once again, just to show you, this is one of the 2017 indicators. But looking at the pivot, it tells you, let's see, high greater than S1 99% of the time. And as you can see right now, bid is below S1 and above the midpoint between S1 and S2. And on the daily, high greater than previous top 78% of the time. With the close being less than the previous low, only 24% of the time. What that's telling me is look for price to come back above the previous low. And I use this tool sometimes, especially on a new if I'm going to start trading a pair that I haven't traded before, just to get some idea of the movement of the pair, what I can expect out of it. Einstein line, since I just recently switched over to this profile, you can see nothing really happening at the moment. It looks like it's putting in looks like it put in a bottom, put in a higher low. So look for price maybe to continue back up. And pure price action screen. 3 ball at the bottom, pro trade, green at the line. But once again, price just doesn't like to stay between the lines where it opened. You can see here it opened here, it didn't stay between the lines, and then it still didn't stay between the lines. And you can see that's true with just about every hour this day. And just remember, fellow traders, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading and Forex trading is very, very, very risky. So, if you need help, seek your guidance from an accredited financial professional. Okay, back to the show. Price action, it's just really simple. And then let's just pull up a blank chart, and just looking at the chart, you can see it put in a low here, which finally got penetrated a couple hours ago. And so possibly more downside. Maybe if we switch over to the H4 candles, you can see here, maybe this area right here will act as a place of, they would call it support now. But let's just see if price bounces. I don't like to use those terms because they're conceptual. I just say, okay, you see all these wicks right here. You see where price is. Question, is price going to close above or below? Let's just call it 172.50. Right about there. Is price going to come back and get across that line? That's all I'm really interested in. So long as price stays below that area, then I'll just wait it out. Now, if price comes back down to this area and maybe penetrates this low, I might look for an entry long. But just at this level, I'm not going to really consider going short. If it got back up here, yeah, I would go short. And this is looking at the H4. If we go out to the daily, you can see once again now, you see this level right here? See these wicks? And you see how it was making higher lows here. So this area right here, somewhere right about here, call it 171.50, just round up. That area looks like another area you might want to consider going long. But there was, let's see, I don't know if it happened on this chart. Oh, wait a minute. How did I get to the, somehow I switched over to Euro NZD. We're supposed to be Euro AUD. I must have clicked on that by mistake. So let's just look through here. No, get the H4. Yeah, I don't know how I switched. Back to the daily. And let's look at the weekly. So it looks like we have a possibility of forming an inside bar on the week here. If that happens, then I would definitely look for a breakout to the south side. But we still have, a day and a half of trading to go through. So let's not jump the gun on that. And you can see here, this bar yesterday was an inside bar. So we go back here, we can see that was an inside bar. And taking that short would have produced, about a 50 pip trade. So once again, just using simple method, inside bars, highs and lows. But once again, looking at a blank chart, when you know all those other things, all those other methods, you can just see it with your eye. You know, it is nice to know where price is relative to the open, today's high and today's low. So you can see right here, it's already left the rat zone. But what I wanted to show you, and I guess it didn't happen on this pair. But of course, I like to trade the let me go back to the H1. Let me look at the H1 on the Euro AUD. No, I don't. It didn't happen. Actually, no. But if you look at the dollar yen, you see this gap? I saw that. I was busy yesterday, but I happened to look at my phone. I saw that, and then price down here. So I bought somewhere down here, but I made a mistake. What I didn't do was I didn't put a take profit here. So you see price rocketed up. So I left a bunch of pips on the table because I think when I woke up, price was somewhere around here. So I just looked at it, kicked myself for not already had been out of the trade, and I took some profit. And the same thing happened here with the Euro yen. I saw that happen, and I jumped the gun here somewhere, and then I added to the trade here. What I should have done was right here. This is where I should have had some pending buy orders, some buy limit orders, right about there. And as you can see, it filled that gap. But that was a mistake I made. So if you ever see a gap like that, a huge gap like that, wait for an opportunity to go long and be patient, because those gaps usually get filled. And it took a few hours. Sometimes you have to be patient, though. And as you can see here, price is heading back down, I believe. Let's see, I think this was the yearly low right here. And you can see price is putting in a new yearly low. And somehow I changed pairs again. So you can see right there, a new low for the year. Broke through it. And notice this month, the previous month was an outside bar. And you see what happened, taking that outside bar break to the downside. Once again, proved profitable. And looking at the yen, you can see here it's getting close to the low. And in fact, might be a nice level to buy. But our focus for the moment is here. And you can see it's cutting across a couple of wicks at the top there. But if you go back 10 years, you can see where price is in the big scheme of things. But I'm still looking to trade this pair short. And back to the daily. And here was an outside bar. And if you see right there, it was a nice place to go short. Right here, out of that wick zone, nice place to go short. It's making lower highs and lower lows at the moment. So, fellow traders, that's a little more how I analyze the pairs, how I pick my trades. I hope that helped you, and thanks for the kind words for the traders that have thanked me. Hope I've answered your questions, and just remember, it's not what you trade, It's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks.